PGH, what is up? How's it going? So this idea of a Trey of the Week or Trey Plays kind of hashtag has been something I've wanted to do personally for a while, and I definitely want to invite anybody that's learning even just a moment of either a solo or a composed section, even a tendency, how you get a certain sound that Trey gets. Any of those, put it up. If you want to join me in trying to have a weekly output of these, I would, of course, appreciate and enjoy seeing what everybody's working on. And yeah, I think we can quickly amass the largest group of content, instructional content about Phish and Trey's guitar playing. So I am starting with one of my two favorite solos, Island Taste, as you're hearing being looped in the background, which I'll stop, is one of those for me, where the phrasing, the playing, it's amazing, totally amazing. That particular feel and the way he is playing rhythmically in it, with a lot of eighth notes and interesting phrasing, interesting groupings, interesting rhythms within groups of notes, is just one of my favorite things. Another being the Lowell 95 Reba, which anyone that filled out the questions to get into the group saw that I mentioned that. Anyway, cool. So I'll jump into this one. What I plan to do is play it a few times. Play it slow, play it medium, play it fast. I just wanted to say, if you're just starting working on this stuff, know that it took me hundreds of repetitions. I mean, that's like a 2.5 second clip, and I literally just kept speeding it up for an hour a couple times in the last couple weeks. So the point being, if it seems like, wow, it's hard to get it right, like, actually, yeah, it's kind of hard to get it right, and that's fine. You can get out of it what you need to, even if you're working up to it, right? So here is the lick at 100%. I'll slow that down, and we'll start going over it, and that's at 43%. I'll move it up to 50-ish, 57. Move it up to somewhere in the 60s or 70s. 79. Getting a little faster. I probably stayed at this speed for a little while before I moved it up to 100. Cool. And let's see if we can get it up to 100 again. Let's look at the construction of the line a little bit, the phrases. there are two places that a descending triad, D triad, happens, and then here to end the phrase. So, right? So you have a little bit of melodic content. Right? Followed by arpeggio, triad, D triad, G note, which is the fourth of the scale, and then down to the major third of the scale, outlining this D major triad over F sharp, so D over F sharp, right? Right after that is the D note again and the C, spelling out the D7 chord. The second place the D triad happens is to end the phrase, and that is this triad. F sharp, D, A, so D over A. I'm not saying he's consciously thinking, I'm going to play a triad, D over F sharp. But it does lay on the fretboard nicely, and I see him do that where he'll use a descending triad arpeggio on one finger as a way to quickly descend melodically, right? Note to note. Cool. The second part of the phrase starts on the C. Scale pattern. And then the descending D arpeggio, D triad again. So a quick note about the first part of the second half of the phrase. You get the slide into the C, which is the seventh. From here you get a bit of a scale pattern, which is each note of the scale descending, but you're playing the note below it and back up to the note. So in letter names, A, B, G, A, F sharp, G, E. The next note is the F sharp again, and that ends the phrase with the descending D triad. So the way I think of this line as far as beginning, middle, end, and construction is concerned is I would think of the very first thing you hear as being a melodic phrase, scale, step, followed by the D triad, a note in between the G, so like a passing tone to the F sharp, then quickly the ending of the first half, going from D down to C to outline the D7. Then you have the slide into the same C. You might be doing all of that here, although to grab that A, you'd have to jump down, so that's why I'm moving down. That half I would think of as the slide back into the seventh, and then the scale pattern